the world is a little bit of a stage, and so when you can express yourself and feel confident and not have those insecurities in presenting your message to the world and what you want to give and share to the world, then you're truly making a difference. So
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for visiting with me today and talking about music. This is going to be awesome. Will you introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. So my name is Melissa Chertuti. I'm a wife and a mother of 3 children, and I am a school teacher. I've taught for 21 years in 1st grade and my favorite grade, which I'm currently teaching, 4th grade. I'm also the owner and music director of a children's show choir called Vocal Motion Show Choir, which was a new business adventure that we started last year. It's been a great experience, and I've loved doing that. Some things about me: I love being active in the community. I love working with children. I love watching people develop their talents and using them for good and to help and bless the lives of others. Favorite things to do: I love snow skiing. My favorite place in the world is Snow Basin, and if I could be anywhere, that's where I would be. So I love winters. And I love playing pickleball in the summer, so I love to stay active and just feel like I live a really wonderful, blessed life.
Awesome. That does sound like a wonderful, blessed life.
Well, there's challenges too, but
Right.
I'm grateful for all that we have.
Yeah. So we are going to talk about music, and I feel like I need to preface a little bit. I have kids that you have been in your choirs, and I've been blown away with what you can get out of them. I'd love to hear kind of your earliest memories of music and how it's impacted your life, when you kind of knew that there was something there that was special for you.
Yeah. Well, I was lucky enough to be raised in a family where music was really important. My mom's a piano player, and her parents are musical, and my dad is a songwriter, plays the guitar, and so we grew up with a ton of music. And my favorite memories were when we were little, and my mom would go off shopping on the weekends, and my dad would be in charge of us, and we would turn up the volume on whatever he was playing. Back then it was, his tapes, his cassettes, and even record player. And my brother, my sister, and I, we would call it rock out nights, and we would just dance and sing. And so, music's always been a big part of my life as a young child. And then I started singing with my dad when he plays guitar, and I would sing as my mom played the piano. And we were always involved in shows and singing in front of people. And my brother and my sister and my younger brothers, we all have a love for music, and we either all sing or play musical instruments. So a big part of our family.
Awesome. Can you share with us some of the value and importance that music has to you? Like, what's your perspective of music and how it can impact someone's life?
Well, music is such a powerful tool in everybody's life. I don't think you would meet anyone that says, they don't appreciate music. The thing about music is there's so many types of different music, and different type of music speaks to different type of people, but it has such an emotional impact on us, and the feelings that we get when we listen to music or we participate in creating music, those emotions are just something that are really powerful. Like, it can get someone excited, music can calm someone, music helps us to feel happy, and it even has the opposite effect. Sometimes music can make us feel sad and melancholy, and so it's just a very emotional experience, and that's why I think it's just such a powerful, thing that we have in our lives. And so it's just that feeling and emotions that it brings.
So you have started some choirs. One was at the elementary school, and then later you started your own business. Can you share with us some of the mechanics that go behind that?
Sure, yeah. So I was asked to start a choir by our principal, and just part of my personality, I'm just kind of like the go big or go home, put 100% into it, because I realize when you do that, and when you magnify your gifts and you magnify your talents, you're blessed even more. You're blessed yourself, but then you also bless the lives of others. So I'm always kind of that go big or go home, and that's how I am with my family, with my career, with teaching, with anything that I like to do. And so when he asked me to do that, I was happy to do that. I think that would be a great opportunity to bring that to Lomond View. I've done it at some other elementary schools that I've taught at, and so I think I just get so excited, and I love getting ideas and then having them grow and then trying to implement them, and then it's just so rewarding and fulfilling when you see that vision happen and be performed by these amazing kids, and when you watch their abilities grow and their confidence grows. It's just it's like a natural high, to watch that process. It's a lot of work, and a lot of like sleepless nights, and along with the hard work, comes all the anxieties and the worries and the stress, but I'm still doing it. So that means that the outcome is greater than some of those worries that come along with it, but where I was so blessed is I had a great team behind me. I felt like the support that we had in the community for our school choir was wonderful, and I had a great team of helpers. I had some very talented ladies step up and say, we want to be involved. When people are doing things and you see the value in it, you want to be involved to make it great. And so we had great directors. It wasn't just all me, it was a team effort. Great directors and great choreographers and great accompanists. And so what was so fun too is when you're working as a team, you build those relationships. And so as we were doing the Lomond View Choir, one year we had a team of like 9 ladies, and we became really close and we became great friends. And so those relationships too are amazing, and the relationships with the children that you're teaching and helping is what makes it all worth it.
How do you decide on which songs and arrangements?
Yeah, so I listen to so much music, and it's basically a feeling I get. Like, I'll listen to a song over and over and over again, and I just kind of wait for that feeling to come, like, this is it, the kids are going to love it. And I always look for that entertainment factor. And if I love a song and I want to listen to it over and over and over again, it just catches you, then I know that usually other people will like that song. I really think song choice is the key to putting on a great show. And getting people to connect with the message. I always listen to the lyrics, always listen to the message behind the song. But when I'm listening for the message behind the song, I think of the kids. And I think of what do they need to know, what do they need to feel, because music is a feeling, and how can I teach them life lessons and values through music. And so the lyrics that we choose are really important, and so I look for that.
I'm curious how you can pull so much out of kids.
Yeah, so I feel like, and I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging at all, or because this is hard to say, but I feel like, we're all given gifts, and I feel like that is one of my gifts is relationships that I'm able to make with my students. And I think they know how much I care and love them, and I set the bar extremely high, and I have extremely high standards for them, but they know that I love and support them. And so even though I push really hard, there's always that positive connection with the student behind that. And I think it's like, I've got to please Mrs. Chair Tootie. I got to make her proud of me. I want to, rise up to what she wants me to be and do. And so when they feel that and then they achieve that goal, it's like their self-esteem increases, their confidence increases, and then they're able, the sky's the limit for them. But I think it first starts with the relationship that you create, your positivity, your love that's so genuine. When you communicate and talk to students, they feel that, and they know that. And then when you are able to teach in a way that speaks to them, like I feel like I'm able to communicate my standards and objectives to them in an effective way so they understand my vision, what I'm thinking, and they're able to do that. So.
You were talking earlier about how you love to see the kids just, find their confidence and develop. And I would love to hear, maybe not specific children, but some of the transformations that you've seen or how they really caught the vision or gained some confidence, or some more details about that?
Yeah, so kids naturally, when they're born, they actually are born with confidence, and they're actually born with great self-esteem, and they're actually born with this desire to show themselves to the world and to basically share what they have inside of them. But then what happens is kids get a little older, they start to become self-conscious, and they start to worry about what people think. And so when I can get one of my kids, one of my students, to really be who they really are and express that to others and communicate that message to others, whether it was someone who was extremely shy, or someone that was struggling with friendships, or someone that's struggling with low self-confidence, and then to see them, smile and dance and sing, because not only do we sing, we perform. It's like you've got to be that triple threat. You got to sing, act, and dance, because that's what's so fun and entertaining, and that's what the kids like. They like to do that. And so I've seen some great transformation in kids, and I've been so appreciative of the parents who have told me personal stories about what choir has meant to them, how they have just gained this confidence, but an increase of self-worth and value and self-esteem, and to do hard things. I mean, the songs that we do, and the dancing and the choreography and everything we do, I don't like to make everything easy. I like to challenge the kids. And when you challenge a child and they succeed, then they know that when they are faced with hard things, that they can do it, and they can work hard towards a goal. So watching those kids learn how to work hard towards a goal has just been so rewarding.
Yeah, especially when they have to do those things in front of an audience.
For sure, and I think that's such an important skill to learn in our world, because we are a world where we like to connect with people. And I always tell my students in the classroom, in your profession, you'll need to be able to communicate effectively with others. You need to be able to get along with others. You need to make people feel validated and good about themselves. And so the world is a little bit of a stage, and so when you can express yourself and feel confident and not have those insecurities in presenting your message to the world and what you want to give and share to the world, then you're truly making a difference. So when you can teach these kids through performing to be comfortable in front of other people, then that's what it is. Be comfortable being you and giving part of yourself to someone else. Because that's how we're going to make the world a better place, is by connecting with others and giving our talents to other people. So it's more than just learning how to sing on pitch or how to dance to the right counting or beat or look good. It's about connecting and sharing what you have to offer with others. And that's the life skill that goes behind, the music and dance and performing.
Yeah, I love that. So I was going to ask you, what are some lessons that you've gained through, how many years have you been doing this? A long time.
Well, I've been a teacher for 21 years, and I feel like I've been in this type of profession, but I've done choir for the past 10 years.
Okay.
So a long time, but still many more years to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question was,
some lessons that you've
lessons.
learned through all of it.
I've learned that the process is more important than the finished product. So, and people don't always see the process. They don't see the starting point. They usually just see the finish line. But that process and watching the transformation in kids and experiencing it, and a lot of times, like, we would be at the gym at school singing our choir songs, and all the directors would be crying in tears. It was amazing, but there was just that very special feeling. And it's like the kids were giving their hearts to you, and you're giving your hearts to them. So the lesson I've learned, that it's not always about the finished project, but it's about the process. I've learned to be just patient and loving and meet people where they're at. And then once you meet them where they're at, hopefully inspire them to see the big picture and the big vision, and then help support them. And then, in return, they support you. So, yeah.
That's good. Have there been blessings? I feel like you've probably shared a lot of blessings, but do you feel like your life dedication to music How has that blessed your
Yeah,
life?
well, I think it's funny because I thought about this a lot. So when I went to college, I took a lot of music classes. I didn't get a major in music. My major's in elementary education with an endorsement in music. So it's similar to like having a minor in music, but I wouldn't say I'm extremely like talented technically as a musician. But what I have noticed is when you magnify your callings or what you choose to do, and again you set the standard high for yourself and you're always looking to improve, I believe your talents are then magnified. Like what you're able to do and achieve is bigger than you thought you could ever achieve. And I feel like that's the major blessing, is like the more you give, the more you are given, and then you can give more. So it's just this cycle of constant growth. So I remember when I first started, I was leading a choir in my church. And I like I said, I'm not a trained choir director. I don't have a degree in choral conducting. But once you serve and you put everything into it, you're blessed. And then your skills increase. So that's what I've noticed, the blessings. For me, those were my blessings. But then the blessings of sharing your talents with the community, there's, people receive joy, happiness, they feel pride in watching their kids, and it's the good pride, that they feel watching their kids perform, and, it's just a positive thing all around for everybody, and hopefully those kids' lives are blessed too. And here's the thing, because music is such an emotional thing, they remember it. It's like when people ask you, what do you remember about elementary school? Well, they don't say, oh, I remember learning long division. They usually say, I remember doing a program, learning the recorder, I was in a dance, we had this. They remember the arts. Because when something affects you emotionally, it becomes imprinted on the brain. And so that's what's so great about, doing a show choir, being involved in the performing arts, or sports, or anything that gives you strong emotions. It's very memorable, and it makes a significant impact.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your business?
Okay, I was involved with my choir at Lomond View, and my choir, consisted of 100 to 200 kids, usually a year. We always had kind of close to about 200 kids, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. But I thought, there are so many other kids in the community that would benefit from this, and I feel so limited doing it in a school. And I wanted to do things like, we wanted to make music videos. We wanted to take kids into the recording studio and create albums. And we just wanted to grow, because after being the choir director for 8 years in elementary school, I realized there was more to give, and there was a bigger net to cast. And so I was like, we can get kids from the Weber County, Davis County. We have kids in Box Elder County, and really grow this program. And I thought there was a need for it. I didn't see a lot of opportunities for kids to join a community choir, or something where they can develop their talents. And we wanted to go all the way to high school, so we have 8-year-olds all the way to 18-year-olds at our choir, and our choir is called Vocal Motion Show Choir. And because I've been able to step away from the school, we've been able to create fun music videos, put those out on YouTube and social media, and just have more opportunities for growth.
So they can find the videos. What's the channel on YouTube?
Vocal Motion Show Choir.
Okay, and
Yes.
also we might mention there's lots of Lomond View Choir performances on YouTube. If you
Yes.
search Lomond View, then
Yes,
you can see
yes,
quite a
and
bit.
what's so funny is I never post anything, so
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the people that do, because I refer back to those, and I look at those for ideas and for memories, and it's just so fun to see those kids, 8 years ago on the stage. So it's something that lives on, and that's what's so great about technology is, we can have these lasting memories that live on. So yes.